I'm assistant professor in the Department of Agricultural Economics. Today I'm going to cover one part of this unit, that is principle of cooperative and structure of cooperatives. But before starting this topic, I would like to ask the name of the two participants or the two students. Uh, who is that? Can you introduce? If
I
you are
am Jivesh Kumar from Mauritius.
okay, good, very good. The second
Mr.
one,
Jivesh and Mr. Mohammed, just for some time, open your camera. We can, teacher will see you. You are there. And also Mohammed Ahmed, introduce yourself and just for 1 minute, open the camera.
only for the 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no issue. What's your name? Small Farmers Welfare Foundation. What's your name? Can you? Uh,
It's Jivesh Kumar Sudin from Mauritius.
okay, Jivesh Kumar. Okay, okay. Another is Mohammed Ahmed. Okay, good. No issue.
Mohammed Ahmed, where are you from? Which country you are from?
Okay, okay.
Mr. Mohammed.
I think not audible or
Yeah. Okay, no
okay.
problem.
No issue. No issue. You can off if there is connectivity issue. You can off your camera. The second, is that visible? The second slide.
Yes, yes.
I think.
No, ma'am. Second slide. It's only the first slide which is visible.
Okay, just a
Just
minute.
move your cursor, ma'am.
On
रिकॉर्डिंग शुरू कर दिया मैडम रिकॉर्डिंग रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं भूलनी वो फिर वो मिस हो जाता
it is second slide is visible or not?
No, no, not yet, ma'am.
No.
Actually, I'm trying but unable to reach to the second slide.
You are changing the slide from your
Yes,
PPT file, ma'am.
yes, I'm changing it.
Okay, and you have shared through your window option.
Yes.
Uh,
Can I share it again?
yeah, stop sharing and then
Okay,
share it again.
okay, okay.
Recording शुरू है?
Now it is visible.
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay, good.
And then change, ma'am, change the slide now.
Okay.
Now it is changing.
Now it is changing. Okay, good. So before starting the principle, I would like to ask you what is cooperative? If anyone wants to reply in their own words. Okay, no issue. A cooperative is an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their common economic, social, and cultural needs and aspiration through a jointly owned and democratically controlled enterprise. So, from the cooperative words, what you understand? Anyone wants to answer?
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, you have already learned it in the previous lectures, don't
Yeah.
you? Okay, cooperative society in India. Initially, the Cooperative Society Act came in the year 1904, which is treated as the first Cooperative Society Act or the Cooperative Credit Society Act. And after that, the second act came in the year 1912, that is known as the Cooperative Marketing Society Act uh, in the year 1912. And what are the objectives of cooperatives? The objective of cooperatives are to mobilize the funds and savings among the members. What it means? Mobilization of funds and savings means developing appropriate products means to satisfy the local demand for voluntary savings or services and marketing those products to the savers of different income levels. So, saving mobilization means uh, capturing voluntary savings deposit, protecting them, and using them uh, to fund loans or to create an enterprise. Second is to provide consumer goods to the members at the reasonable rate. I think there is no confusion. Third is to provide the services to the members according to their needs, such as the housing, transportation, insurance, etc. And objective may be to promote the self-help, self-reliance among the people. Self-help, what it means? Self-help means the use of own efforts or the resources to achieve certain things without relying on others. Whereas the self-reliance means uh, this is the ability to do things and make decision by yourself. Are you getting my point? Okay.
Yes.
That makes you more effective. So all these are the objectives of cooperative. And what is the importance of cooperative principles to cooperative? What is this? Cooperative principles are the guidelines. Basically, these are the guidelines by which the cooperatives put their values into the practice. So, cooperatives are based on the values of self help, self responsibility, democracy, equality, equity. In the tradition of their founders, cooperative members believe in ethical values of honesty, openness, social responsibility, and caring for others. So these are the guidelines, basic guidelines on which the cooperative put their values into practice. It is visible.
Yes.
Who is the father of cooperative movement? Robert Owen. He is the father of the cooperative movement. He is from Wales, and he was a social reformer and textile manufacturer and philanthropist. And what are the cooperative principles, and where is the origin of these principles? Cooperative principles are the fundamental characteristics features of any cooperative, which determine the characteristics of cooperation as a form of association. Okay, they are treated as the guidelines or the rules for any corporation or enterprise. Then, you from the very beginning, Rochdale principles were given. These are the set of the ideals for the operation of cooperatives, and they were first set out in the year 1844 by the Rochdale Society of Equitable Pioneer in Rochdale, England, and have formed the basis for the principle on which cooperatives around the world continue to operate. And what were the principles? Principle of open and voluntary association, principle of self and mutual help, principle of democratic organization, principle of political and religious neutrality, principle of service, education, distribution of profit and surplus. But am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, good. Uh, cooperative have been successful all over the world because they apply certain fundamental principles. But after this Rochdale principles, the in spite of this, there were the International Cooperative Alliance, that is ICA, which was held in Manila, and gives some principle of cooperation which are what accepted by others all over the world. That is ICA, the World Organization for the Cooperatives. The seven principles given by or approved by the ICA are: the first one is the voluntary and open membership. Is it visible? Visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
First principle is voluntary and open membership. Cooperatives are voluntary organizations open to all, and the person able to use their services and willing to accept the responsibilities of membership without any discrimination, gender discrimination, social, racial, political, and religious discrimination. Means everybody has equal chances or open or willingness is very important, and open membership to all the people in spite of their religion, caste, or political biasness, any other reasons. The question related to the membership should be studied from two complementary standpoints, that of the individual, that of the cooperative, and the freedom of each, the individual and the cooperative, to consult its own interest and pursue them, need to be reconciled and blended together. So the interest of each and every member should be considered. The individual should be free to join a cooperative and share its economic and social advantage on an equal footing with other members. It means that he must undertake his due shares of responsibility. And however, he should not be compelled to join. Nobody can be forced to join the group or association, either directly or indirectly, under social or possible political pressure. He should be free also to withdraw from the cooperative when he finds that he is no longer has any need of its services, or when he realizes that cooperatives are unable to satisfy his need in any efficient way. Second principle is democratic principle control. Am I audible? Democratic means that is based on the idea that everyone should have equal rights and should be involved in making important decisions. So the cooperatives are democratic organizations controlled by their members who actively participate in setting their policies and making decisions. And men and women, both serving as elected representatives, are accountable to the membership. And members have the equal voting rights, which means the one member and the one vote. The primary and dominant purpose of a cooperative is to promote the interest of its member. Only the member should finally decide their interest in any given situation. A cooperative, therefore, will not in the end work well and prosper without agreed and effective method of consulting the members as a body and enabling them to express their wishes. So, since it is the member who bring a cooperative into the existence and whose loyal support keep it alive. So, those who administer its affairs and in particular conduct its day-to-day business must be chosen directly by the members and enjoy their confidence. So, each member is important in a cooperative. It follows further that the board of directors is accountable to the members. Board of director, who is elected by the members, are accountable to the members of the society. They must report regularly in the business-like manner on their activities and submit the result to the members' judgment. If the members are not satisfied, they have the authority and the power to criticize and to object, and in extreme cases to dismiss and replace the board of directors and other officials. In the cooperative, the status of all the members should be equal, and they should have the equal opportunities of participating in decisions and expressing views on policies. And there is no way of ensuring this except following the rules of one member, one vote. And the third principle is members' economic participation. Members contribute equitably to and democratically control the capital of their cooperatives. They usually receive limited compensation, if any, on the capital subscribed as condition of membership. Here, economic participation means every member needs to participate in the functioning of the economic activity, and members put their capital, as the members put their capital, or you can say share in the cooperatives and receive the dividend. Members allocate surplus for any or all of the following purposes. Maybe for developing their cooperative, possibly by setting up the reserves, or benefiting members in proportion to their transaction with the cooperatives, or supporting other activities approved by the members. Fourth principle is autonomy and independence. What is the meaning of autonomy? Okay. Cooperatives are autonomous self-help organizations which are controlled by their members if they enter into agreement with other organizations, including like government or raise for to raise the capital from external sources. If they do so on terms, they will do this only the terms that ensure democratic control by their members and maintain their cooperative autonomy. Means they're allowed to be unique. They will do their work on their own terms and conditions. Independent refers to the actual state of being free from others, people influence or control, whereas autonomy here refers to one's strong inclination to reach such a state. Or autonomy is the need and ability of a person to make their own decision, or he has a or the member has a right, uh, or the right of a person or members has a right uh, in the organization. And while independence means showing a desire for freedom, not being subject to control by others. So both the elements are the uh, important part of this principle. Fourth principle. Next principle is the education, training, and information. Cooperative provide education, training to their members who are elected representative, and also to the manager and the employees, so they can contribute effectively to the development of their cooperatives. They inform the general public, particularly about to the people and opinion leaders, about the nature and the benefits of the cooperation. Next principle is cooperation among cooperatives. Cooperatives serve their members most effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together through the local, national, regional, and international structure. Means the cooperative cooperate among themselves to further their objectives and to support, promote, and develop other cooperative also. So each cooperative act together for the betterment of the world through cooperatives.
Yeah,
Cop-
ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Yes, yeah, Muhammad Usman and Ahmad and Jiwes. Yeah, if you have any query, you can ask in between, and the interaction is always good.
Hmm.
And on the
Okay.
other hand, ma'am, you can go ahead with your even if your voice is quite clear, so there is no problem. But I'm
Okay,
also asking
okay.
the learners to interact in between because it gives interest to the resource person if you ask question and put your queries. Mr. Usman, Muhammad Usman, is it clear?
Yeah, it's very clear.
And even
Yes, yes.
Mohammed Ahmad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
this is very relevant. Cooperative and farmers organization is very important chapter. So you should also raise your queries. It will be helping your learning also. Okay, that is my submission.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I'm very happy to see there are three students added here. Good. And the seventh principle is concern for the community. Is it visible? Okay. While focusing on the members' need and wishes, cooperative work for the sustainable development of their communities also. Community concerns or the issues maybe that impact our families or maybe students in our community or in schools or colleges, but not limited to this extent. Child abuse, child care facilities, citizenship, disaster sector, any issue may be considered. So the cooperative must focus on the need and wishes of the cooperative work for the sustainable development for the entire community. And after the principles, I would like to discuss with you the types of the cooperatives. In general, there are various types of the cooperative, but in general, uh, we can classify the cooperative societies as the consumer cooperative society, farmers cooperative society, marketing cooperative societies, housing cooperative societies, credit cooperative societies, and producer cooperative societies. And what is this consumer cooperative society? As its name itself shows, it is for the consumers. So, for the interest of the consumers, consumers cooperative societies are formed with the objective of protecting the interest of the consumer. Individuals who wants to purchase the product at reasonable rates most likely join the consumers cooperative society. In such type of societies, there are no middlemen, no intermediaries involved between the producer and the consumers. So the product is purchased directly from the producer and sold it to the consumers. So through this societies, consumer interest is safeguarded. And the producer cooperative society is second type when the interest of the producer is safeguarded. When there are the small farmers or the small producers and are formed a cooperative with the objective of protecting their interest. And these cooperative help the producer in maintaining their profit and also to help them in procuring items that will be helpful in the production of goods and services. Next is credit cooperative societies. As its name shows, it is a credit cooperative societies. Means the cooperative society which is set up with the objective of helping people by providing credit facilities to them or providing finance or the loan facilities to them. They provide the loans at a very minimal rate of interest and flexible repayment conditions to its member, protect them against higher rate of interest that are charged generally by the private money lenders, and they are small farmers or the small borrowers are exploited by them. So, to protect them from the clutches of the money lenders, these type of cooperative societies were formed. Fourth is housing cooperative society. These are formed with the objective of providing housing facilities to the member of the society. This proves to be beneficial for the lower income group as it allows them to avail housing benefit at a very affordable price. Then marketing cooperative societies, these societies are formed with the objective of providing small producers a platform to sell their product at the affordable price and also to eliminate the various intermediaries or the middlemen who are involved in the whole chain between the producer and the consumer, thus ensuring adequate profit to the small producer. Or you can say that the share of the uh, small producer will be high in the consumer's rupee, whatever the price is paid by the consumer or the uh, to the retailer, the share will be higher in this type of cooperative society. And then after types of cooperatives, there are some keywords and the concept or the terms that will be used in your succeeding lectures or the classes. First is what is board of director? What is board of director? Anyone wants to answer in your words? Okay. Board of directors is governing body of a society to which the direction and control of the management of the affairs of the society is entrusted. Generally, board of directors are elected by the members of the society and who manage the whole affairs of the business in simple words. And what is cooperative society? Already I have discussed a cooperative society. Next is cooperative principle. I have already discussed with you the cooperative principle. All these keywords are for just to give a glimpse whatever I have discussed in the previous slides. Then democratic control, controlled by the members, they also have the equal voting rights. Then what is general body? Means the members and the fellows of the association would comprise the general body. And what is law and bylaws? Law is a set of rules that are created and are enforceable by the government institution, or whatever the rules set by a government is known as the law. And where is the bylaws? Bylaws is a law which is made by a local authority and which applies only in their area. Is it clear? Is there any confusion? Muhammad Usman? Okay. I hope both terms are clear to you. What is law and bylaws?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good, very good. Then come to the operation in the cooperative management. The success of cooperative depends on the operation of the society that consider the principle of cooperation. The cooperative management function necessarily include holding of annual meeting of the general body of the society. And general body of the society, it consists of all the members of the society. Means what is general body? General body means all the members of the society. Then the annual general body meeting, AGM, beside deliberating on various other subjects, essentially consider annual report, audited account of the society, annual budget, operational plan, disposal of the net profit, long-term prospective plan, etc. So this is the work of the general body. Then regular and the timely conduct of AGM. What is AGM?
Annual general meeting.
Very good. This is an indicator of operational transparency. It means if there is regular and timely conduct of this annual general meeting, that show the operational transparency, business development, members participation. It means all the members are participating, democratic control, concern for the community, etc. Regular audit and holding of AGM becomes an indicator of the success of cooperative society. The general body of the society is the supreme decision making organ of this body. They also elect board of director. The board implements the decisions taken by the general body. So board of director, that is elected by the general body, and general body represent, or it consists all the members of the society. And I have collected some information from Nigeria and a few example of agriculture cooperatives in Nigeria include the All Farmer Association of Nigeria. This is a national organization that represents the interest of the smallholder farmers in Nigeria. It provides training, resources, and supports to its members to help them and improve their operation and increase their profitability. Have you ever heard this term, this name of this cooperative?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Next is the Nigeria Cassava Growers Association. Is a cooperative that represents the interest of cassava farmers in Nigeria, and it also provide the training, resources, and support for its member farmers to help them and improve their operations and increase their competitiveness in the markets. So, any confusion or anything that you want to add at this time?
Yes, ma'am. For more especially for the AFAN,
Okay, good.
All Farmers Association of Nigeria, it encompasses all, even the large scale farmers, not only the smallholder farmers.
Okay, okay. Less skilled farmers. Okay, I will correct it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anything? Anything else? Okay. So next is the Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria. It is also a cooperative that represents the interest of the rice farmers in Nigeria, and it also provides the training and resource services in support for its member farmers to help them to improve their operation and increase their competitiveness in the market. And next is the Nigeria Maize Association. Is a, is also a cooperative that represents the interest of maize farmer in Nigeria, and it also provides the resource facilities and training to them, to the members of the this cooperative societies, and help them so that they can increase their profit and can stand in the market. Is it clear? Okay, next is structure of cooperative. Cooperative laws and bylaws. The laws and bylaws frame for the successful operation of cooperative organization. And this cooperative laws, the Cooperative Credit Society Act 1904 was first cooperative legislation passed during British regime. It was passed on 25th March 1904. And prior to this, the cooperative were governed by the Companies Act in force in India. The objective of the law is to provide for the constitution and control of cooperative credit societies with the view to encourage the thrift, self-help, and cooperation among agriculturists, artisans, and persons with limited means. And second is to provide for the constitution and control of cooperative credit society for the said purpose. But is it clear? Okay. What are the
Yes.
I would like to ask from all of you, all the three students, what are the principles of cooperative? Can you list out? Please, can you list out? I just want to listen from you. Okay, not in a sequence. You can, anyone can answer. What are the various seven principles of cooperation? Mohammed Yunus, Mohammed Usman, Mohammed Ahmed. What are the principles? Can you list out?
Now we are just listening. I've not noted down again.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Can you list out the principles of cooperation? Or can you name here?
Let's.
I just want to listen from you. Can you list out? Mohammed Usman, I want to hear from you, you students. First principle is principle of, it means nobody is paying attention. Okay, no issue. And what is the difference between laws and bylaws? What is the meaning of democratic? Mohammed Usman? Okay. So next is the main component of a typical cooperative laws, the registration of cooperatives, recognition of members of cooperative societies and their rights and liabilities, management of cooperative societies, privileges of cooperative societies and properties and funds of cooperative societies, audit, inquiry, inspections, settlement of dispute, winding up of cooperative societies, execution of awards, orders, decisions, appeals and revisions, offences and penalties. So all these are the component of a typical cooperative laws. The state government also issue a set of rules, which are the instrument of regulations for the implementation of the cooperative law. Under the Government of India Act 1919, the subject of cooperation was transferred to then provinces, which were authorized to enact their own cooperative laws. Under the Government of India Act 1935, the cooperative remained a provincial subject. Means by 1935, cooperative remained a provincial subject. But presently, this cooperative society is a state subject. Cooperative Society Acts enacted by the state government are now in place in the respective states. Next is multi-state cooperative laws. In order to administer the operation of cooperative society, where the members was from more than one provinces, means more than one area, the Government of India enacted the Multi-State Cooperative Society Act 1942, which was subsequently replaced by the Multi-State Cooperative Society Act 1984. And this was subsequently amended and enacted as a Multi-State Cooperative Society Act of 2002. The law provides greater autonomy to the cooperatives in their decision making process. And the law also reduces the power of the central registrar and enable the cooperatives to operate more freely, because now this nomination of the government representative on the board was also reduced. Then bylaws of the cooperatives. Each cooperative institution is required to have a constitution or article of association, which are called bylaws. The constituting member adopt the bylaws, and all members are expected to follow all these bylaws, and these become the guidelines for operating the business of a cooperative. As and when needed, the general body of the cooperative can amend these bylaws. So, general body has the right to make any changes in these bylaws. The registrar of the cooperative society registers these bylaws and amendment and issue a certificate which authenticated its legality. Is, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma.
Yes.
Yeah, please, the bylaws. Um, is it formed by the Constitution Committee of the cooperative,
Uh,
or is an
Pardon?
it,
Your
is
voice
it
is not so clear.
I say, is it formed by the constitution members, Constitution Committee of the cooperative,
Which
or
one?
is an
Bylaws.
entity?
You are asking
Yes,
for the
bylaws.
bylaws.
Yes, ma.
The am I audible?
Yes, ma. I mean bylaws.
Uh-huh.
Are they formed by the Constitution Committee of the cooperative?
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
Uh, Next is there any doubt to any other? Okay. Cooperative rules and regulation. In the continuation of this, the registrar of cooperatives, the principal functionary appointed by the government to implement the cooperative legislation, registers or may dissolve cooperative institutions. It issues circulars, guidelines for the officials of the cooperative department and the cooperative institution, frames rules and regulations. Cooperative structure. The cooperative structure in terms of governance, performance of different types of functions, political and administrative system, monitoring is discussed under this section. The national cooperative structure. There are two structures of cooperative system in India. The government cooperative system and other is cooperative movement structure, that is known as a non-official system. The government system is the creation of cooperative laws whereas the movement is evolutionary process. It changes with time. From this slide, you can see that uh, from one side, government, that is official system, and the other side is non-official system. Uh, it is enactment means enactment of under the official system enactment of the multi-state cooperative law. That is why the national parliament and the department under the Ministry of Agriculture. It is a central registrar. And under this enactment of cooperative law by the state assemblies, corporation, department, and registrar of the cooperative societies here. And under at the district level, cooperative registrar and other functionaries. In on other side, there is non-official system, National Cooperative Union of India, National Cooperative Federation, and multi-state cooperatives, state level, state cooperative union, state cooperative federation, then district level, district cooperative union, state cooperative federation, primary level cooperatives, and the members. In multi-state cooperatives, members of the multi-state cooperative can be of primary, district, state, or national level cooperative and federation. So it is important to note from this slide that the central government department of corporation and the registrar has no control over the state department of corporation. Since corporation is a state subject, since this corporation is a state subject, that's why the central government department of corporation and the registrar has no control over the state department. Similarly, the multi-state cooperative anywhere in the country are not covered by the state registrar. Then cooperative society structure, the organizational structure of a typical cooperative society consists of a general body, as I have already told you in the previous slide. There is a general assembly of members, that is also called as a general body of members. A managing committee, or you can say the board of directors, which is elected by the general assembly of members, and the management staff appointed by the managing committee. Is there any doubt till this slide?
No more.
No.
Then members of cooperative society constitute. From this slide, this is the cooperative body structure. At the top level, there is board of director, which is elected by the general body members, yani ki general assembly of members who elect the board of director and also audit committee. And board of director appoints general manager with the authority of the board of director who appoints manager and other support staff of the business unit. On other side, there is other various other commodities. You can see there are the two lines, uh, orange color line and the black color line. Orange color line that show the reporting line, and the black one is commanding line. Means board of director has to report general body. Again, audit committee has to report general body, and various other committees also has to report board of directors and manager and other supporting staff has to report board of director or managing committee. Whereas this general body is a commanding body, and they elect they command the other, that is board of director and audit committee. Board of director also command other various committees.
Okay.
So in a cooperative society, the General Assembly is a supreme authority. General Assembly or the general body, this one is the supreme authority. The policy decision made by the General Assembly are handed over to the managing committee for the implementation. The managing committee or board of directors is given the authority to appoint the required staff and propose budget. The General Assembly also elects an audit or supervision committee which report only to the General Assembly. There are three-tier structure at the state level. All primary level cooperatives of all type get federated into their respective district level federation. The state unions and the federation get federated into state level unions, and federation. The state level cooperative unions and federation get federated into their respective national level unions and federation. Means there are three tier. At primary level cooperatives, all types get federated into the respective district level federation, and a state level union and federation get federated into the state level union and federation. The state level cooperative union and federation get federated into their respective national level unions, and it's also quite possible that the primary level cooperative and district cooperative federation can become members of the other federation in order to secure assistance and facilities. Then one of the example is primary agriculture credit cooperative societies. For example, are the members of the district central cooperative bank and also the district cooperative union, and the district central cooperative banks are the member of the state cooperative banks. Since cooperation is a state subject, it can be mentioned that the Indian cooperative movement follows a three-tier system. I will show in the succeeding slides. Then national level federation. All state level unions and the federation become members of their respective national level unions and federation. Multi-state cooperative are also taken as a national cooperatives. National federation and multi-state cooperatives are registered under the Multi-State Cooperative Act. And the role of the national federation mainly is to act as a spokesperson for their affiliates. They interact with the government and other cooperative sector in order to protect and further the interest of the cooperative members. A cooperative bank is a financial entity that belongs to its member who are at the same time the owner and the customer of their bank. Cooperative banks are often created by persons belonging to the same local or professional community or sharing a common interest. Cooperative banks generally provide their members with a wide range of banking facilities or other financial services like deposit banking, opening banking accounts. Next is this is the cooperative structure, cooperative credit structure in India. There are two types or two-tier system or three-tier system. For providing the short-term finance or the credit, there is three-tier system, and the law for financing or for long-term finance, uh, there is two-tier system. This is the cooperative agriculture credit structure in India. At the state level is cooperative bank (SCBs), state cooperative banks, central cooperative banks, at district level, district central cooperative banks, and at grassroots level or primary level, there is primary agriculture credit society that we call PACs. On other hand, for providing the long-term finance, there is two-tier system. Means there are two governing bodies are here at a state or central level, cooperative agriculture rural development, and at the primary or the grassroots level, primary cooperative agriculture rural development banks. So this is one of the example of the cooperative that deals in credits. And now I think, is there any doubt? Hmm? Is there
Yeah, it's
any
okay.
doubt? Okay.
No
Okay.
doubt,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Now I would like to, now this is a time for the tutorial. There are two statements are given here, and I would like that anyone wants to reply. I'm just saying that anyone wants to reply. First statement is a form of organization wherein persons voluntarily associate together as human beings on the basis of equality for promotion of their economic interest. What is this?
Cooperative society, ma'am.
Cooperative.
Very good. The second sentence is opening of national economy at international market for free trade. What is this?
The societies which were involved in marketing.
You're close to that.
The federations.
What is that? Pardon?
The federation.
Okay, I am reading again. Opening of national economy at international market for free trade. Actually, this is liberalization. Means when you are liberal or international markets are free for the trade, that we call liberalization. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Opening of national economy at international market for free trade. Okay, there are few term. AFAN stands for AFAN stands for
All Farmers Association of Nigeria.
All Farmers Association of.
Nigeria.
Okay, what is NABARD? NABARD. What is this?
The National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development.
Very good. Okay, what is NAM? NMA. Just I have discussed it earlier.
National Maize Association.
National. It is national.
Mhm.
Oh, NMA. Is it national or the Nigeria Maize Association?
Yes, Nigeria Maize Association.
Okay, and what is this RIFAN?
Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria.
The Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria. Okay, very good. Next is okay. It is one question I have already given the answer. I think I should. Hmm. Okay, what is a cooperative society? There are four multiple options.
D.
Is it true or false? D.
The answer
The
is
answer
B.
is D.
He's right now.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Next is actually answer is given here. Who regulate the registration and other activities of a cooperative society?
The Register of Association.
Hmm? NABARD,
The
SBI, SEBI, SEBI, RCS. What is this? RCS?
Register of Cooperatives.
Yes, yes. Registrar Cooperative Societies. Registrar of the Cooperative Society. And when was the first cooperative society law formed in India? Actually, it is given here.
Yeah.
Hmm?
It's 1904.
1904.
Sorry, the answer
Okay.
is already
Second
given.
law, second act, and the second cooperative act in which year? Second act on cooperative society was passed in which year? It is first.
19,
Second,
1904
1900.
and 4.
It is okay. The answer is right, but I'm asking the second part of this. This is the first cooperative society. The second one in which year? 1912. In the first slide of this lecture, I've shown there the second cooperative act came in the year 1912. That was Cooperative Marketing Society Act. It was known as this 1904 is known as Cooperative Credit Society Act. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, but before that, okay. Okay, my question is same. Can you list out the principles of cooperatives? given by ICA. What is this ICA? What is this ICA? I'm not going to scold you if your answer is wrong. Please reply.
It's a commerce association.
Okay, you may try again. ICA. International Cooperative Alliance. ICA is a non-government cooperative organization founded in the year 1895 to unite, represent, and serve cooperatives worldwide. Okay, and okay, no problem. And what are the principles given by this ICA or approved by ICA? What are the seven principles which I have discussed in the previous slide?
Voluntary membership,
Yeah, very good. First is voluntary membership. Second one, okay,
Common
you are
cooperation,
a good
interest.
listener. I know. Second one is
Common interest.
no common interest. Okay.
cooperation among cooperatives,
First principle is voluntary membership. Okay. The second one is
cooperation
second one
among
is
cooperatives.
okay. No problem. What it means, voluntary and open membership. You can explain in your own words. Voluntary means what? What this term means? Voluntary.
Anybody can come. It's
Yes.
voluntary.
And
You
open
have no
membership. Voluntary and open membership. Okay. Then second principle is I know
democratic
you.
member.
Pardon?
Democratic member.
Yes. Democratic means
You can discuss anything. Any member is free to discuss anything they want.
okay. Good. Well tried. Next, third principle. Third principle is I know that you you're a good listener. I know that.
It's autonomous.
Uh, no. Economic participation of members. And what is this economic? What it means? Economic participation of members.
All the members should contribute a fee.
Good. Good. Next, fourth principle.
Independence.
Yes, independence, autonomy, and independence. What is the meaning of autonomy here?
The cooperative has to take its own decision.
Okay, good. Okay, well tried. And next is fifth principle. Fifth one is education, training, and information. Means
Yeah,
cooperative provide the education, training to its
and
members,
information to members.
है ना? And also to the representative who are elected by the General Assembly, and the manager also, employees also. And why these education and training is given to them? So that they can contribute effectively for the development of this cooperative.
Hmm.
Okay, the purpose of the cooperation is means education needs to be defined in a broad sense. Matlab means for the betterment of the cooperative societies. Each and every member of the society must be educated, must be trained about the activity they wants to run. So education is very important element of any corporation. Is it clear? And the sixth one is sixth principle.
Cooperation.
Yes, cooperation among cooperatives means not within the cooperatives, among all the cooperatives, the cooperation must be there. Okay.
Yeah.
And last principle, is concern for the community. Means our work should be for the development of the community in which we are living. Okay. Okay, good, very good. Okay, next is what is the role of the managing committee in the cooperative society? Is is it
To take
visible?
decisions about the running of the
Yes,
society.
admission and allocation of shares. Very good. Next is in which country cooperative society was first established? I have shown in a slide.
Europe.
England. Very good. And the name of the society?
No, don't know.
You don't know? I have one picture was there. Rochdale Equitable Pioneer Society, which was set up in the year 1844. In the second, I think second or third slide, I have shown that picture.
Okay.
And next is who has limited liability in the cooperative society? Okay, the answer is given here. Managing committee, registrar, members, secretary. The answer is members.
Members.
They have the what is the meaning of the limited liabilities? Okay. Any other student wants to answer? What is the meaning of limited liabilities here?
They are not able. They cannot take all decisions. They are like bounded to take only part of the decision.
Okay, that's not true or it's not right. Okay, no problem. I will ask in the next class also the same question that what is the meaning of this limited liability? That the members have limited liability in a cooperative society. Okay. Next is who is responsible for interest rate on deposit in the cooperative society? Members, registrar, president, managing committee. The registrar is responsible for that, for fixing the interest rate of deposit in a cooperative society. So, thank you. This is all about. If you have any query, anything that you want to ask,
And for your last question
okay. Limited liability. You
concerning
want to add
no
something?
no 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 no
Registrar.
the last one.
Okay,
Yeah.
registrar.
Now the issue is like in our country, the cooperative society who takes all the decision for the interest rates is it is not the registrar.
It is not the registrar.
No, no,
Okay,
because if I have a cooperative society, like it's our decision, the members' decision to get the interest rate. The registrar is somebody from the government.
there are different types of cooperative societies. Okay, do you know what is self-help group? SHGs?
Yeah,
What is this?
no, it's a cooperative made out of people or of common interest.
Okay, so what is the difference between the cooperative societies and the SHGs? Is there both are
The,
similar or both are different?
no, maybe the SEG is not governed by the principle of cooperatives. No,
Okay, so okay, not governed by. So what is the so you are saying this is also the cooperative. SHGs are the cooperative. If this is the cooperative, it means they must have to follow the same principle.
no, the SEGs does not follow the principle of cooperatives.
Okay, then Means you are saying both are similar or both are different things.
No, in the regroupment, maybe it's same, but by the laws and all, they are not the same.
Mhm. So is there any you mean there is no difference? There is no difference. Hmm?
No, the difference is there because they are not like governed by the pathways and the rules of the cooperative societies or registrars and all.
Okay, what is the function of a self-help groups, or what is the
Sorry,
objective behind creating self-help groups, or linked it with the microfinance?
it's just to help a group of people.
Okay, so cooperation is cooperative is also a group of people or association.
Now maybe the cooperatives will look a bit ahead, like you were telling, for the community.
Okay,
The self-help is just like if there is 10 people, they will help only the 10 people. I
okay,
don't know if
yes.
I'm right or wrong.
Then, no, you're right. 10 or 20 people's association. This is the tool of financial inclusion. I know that. You know the difference between the self-help groups and cooperative very well. Self-help groups is the group of or the people who are homogeneous or heterogeneous population. Means who again, just like cooperatives, they have common goals. But the difference is that there is these groups are linked with the banks for the financial or microcredit for the small amount of
Hmm.
loans. Basically,
Yeah,
the purpose is to connect these small groups with the banks for the small amount of loan that so that they can create an enterprise or still survive.
yeah,
Or and a cooperative, they are the big uh,
self-financing.
yes. Self financing is very important element in the self help groups. There is internal lending system. Do you know what
Hmm.
is this internal lending system?
No.
No. Means all the people in the self-help groups pool their resources, means saving, small saving, maybe 50 rupees,
Okay,
100
okay,
rupees,
okay.
1000
Yeah,
rupees, and they
yeah.
give loans to the members at certain fixed interest rates.
Hmm.
That is the concept of self-help groups. Initially they are saving linked group, and after that that becomes uh,
But it is
credit
still
linked.
controlled by it is still controlled by the registrar and
No, no, no. Self-help groups are not registered under the control of registrar. There are certain cooperatives in general. Their interest rate is controlled by the registrar in the
mhm.
cooperative structure.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything that anyone wants to ask, or what is? May I ask you what is PACS? I have shown in a slide because we have time. We can discuss. What is PACS?
No,
PACS, Primary Agricultural Cooperative Credit Societies. And what is DCCB? DCCB. DCCB is a district level or at district level, district central cooperative banks. Okay. What is
okay.
PLDBs? Okay, no problem. Who is the father of cooperative movement? Who is the father of cooperative movement? Okay. Okay. What is Amul? AMUL. What is Amul? I know that in the previous lectures taken by other fellow, Dr. Brain Singh, he has discussed everything. There are some successful cooperative in India. One is Amul. I am giving hint. Amul is a milk cooperative. Union, Anand Milk Union Limited. Okay. Can you name any successful cooperative in India that you have heard anywhere in internet or from anyone?
I know about IFCO.
Yes. What is full form of IFCO?
I think it's Indian Farmers
Yes, Indian Farmers
Fertilizers Cooperative
Fertilizer
Society, something like
Cooperatives
this.
Limited. And similar to that, there is CRIPCO. CRIPCO is
Mhm. No.
Krishak Bharti Cooperative Limited.
And what they
Okay.
do?
Krishak Bharti Cooperative Limited. CRIBCO. KRIBHCO. CRIBCO. Krishak Bharti Cooperative Limited.
And what does this cooperative do?
What is? Pardon?
What
All these are
crypto
the
does?
cooperatives, fertilizer cooperatives, and one
No,
is
crypto. No,
CRIBCO.
IFCO I
Krishak
know
Bharti.
is
IFCO
yeah.
is
What it deals with?
both are deals in fertilizer.
Okay.
Okay, and okay, what is the major objective of reforms in the cooperative sector? In your words, you can reply in one or two lines. Major objectives. What is the objectives to reform in the cooperative sector?
To eliminate middlemen,
Okay, more
to provide services,
hmm. Or anything else?
and protect the members of the cooperative.
Good. Okay, what is the difference between the cooperative enterprise and the public enterprise? Can you reply? What is there any difference? Can you give any difference between the public enterprise and the cooperative enterprise? If an enterprise run by a on cooperative basis, or what will be the difference between this and public enterprise? Okay, what will be the decision policy? Means the decision will be taken by
But members of the board
okay,
of
and
directors,
in case of public authority,
public authorities
government.
by the government,
And okay,
by
very
the
good.
government.
Government, good.
Sorry?
Okay, right, you are right. The decision will be taken by the
Yeah.
government in case of public enterprise, and the cooperative, the decision will be taken by the members based on the principle of
Mhm.
corporations. Okay, good. I think there is no questions from other student side. Okay, Muhammad Usman. So can we wrap up it or
Yes.
okay? Can you summarize it within 2 or 5 minutes? Can you summarize whatever you learned from this lecture? Can you summarize it, or can you give a recap?
There are various principles. First is there are various principles which govern cooperative societies, and there are various types of cooperative societies.
Hmm. Okay.
And all these sort of societies are governed by higher bodies like federation, registrars of associations, and lastly by the government.
Okay. Anything else?
That's a bit old.
I think only one student in my class.
In
Mohammed
addition,
Usman. I was
we
expecting
learn
from
the
you
principle of
one or two lines from you.
cooperation.
I just want to hear from you.
In addition, we learn the principles of cooperatives,
Okay.
which are voluntary uh, education, training, and information, cooperative of the cooperation of the cooperative members,
Hmm.
and some others. We learn some examples from different nations of the cooperative societies.
Good. If you ask to if you ask to explain cooperative in a single word or in few words, then what would you like to say? What is a cooperative?
Okay, I can say cooperative is an
I'm
independent.
asking I'm asking from Mohammed Usman only.
Okay, from my own statement, I can say it's an independent. Um, Maybe I can say teaming of people become an independent uh, platform
Okay.
that that will uh, that will benefit them in one way or the other,
Hmm.
and those people has to have a common interest and specific objective.
Okay. Specific. What you told?
Objective.
Objective. Okay. Everybody has a
Yes.
specific objective, or they are united together to for a single objective.
No, they have a single objective. That is a
Yes.
common.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Uh, okay. What is the meaning of the self-help and mutual help here?
Can you repeat that, ma?
What is the meaning of self-help and
Self-help.
mutual help?
Okay. Um, in our own way, I can say self-help is a system whereby, for example, let me give you an example with my own situation. Maybe in our community, we identify a common problem. For example, we need a drainage.
Hmm.
So the members of that group, the member of that community, maybe
Hmm.
one or two people or three should maybe look at that as a problem or a threat to them and
Hmm.
think if we do that,
Yeah.
if we create a simple drainage, or we can help the whole community, we can save the whole community from the threat of, for example, mosquito
Hmm.
or something like that. So in that regards, those people, no,
Okay.
no, this is not the example I want to. Maybe
Okay.
self-help
Think
group.
over that. Think over that. And the other
Yeah,
one, uh,
yeah,
you may also reply the second student. What is
okay,
self-help and what is
okay.
mutual help?
The self-help, let me put it this way, it's a it's the help with uh help each other. Like the is this the sixth principle or the seventh principle of cooperative? That is the cooperation of the cooperative.
Hmm.
That is helping each other. Maybe by, for example, uh, putting together some monies for for some times that one or two people can come and learn from that members of that cooperative as a loan and to be repaying on installment.
Okay. Okay. What is the importance of these two elements, self-help and self-reliance, for cooperation or the for cooperatives? Self-help and self-reliance.
Can you come again, ma?
Uh, what are these two terms? Or self-help and self-reliance. as these are
Self-reliance is
very
not
important
dependent.
elements of principle of cooperatives. That's why I'm asking. Self-help and self-reliance.
Okay. If I look at self-reliance, I can see maybe the cooperative is independent of its own. It has enough, for example, of maybe the capital. It's find its way of having its capital, and it's not relying on any other body to support it.
Okay, I'm asking in relation to the cooperators. Good, you have tried still. Okay, what are the why why these cooperative principles are required? What are these principles? What are these principles in your words? What do you think? What it gives?
The the cooperative principles.
Hmm. Yes. What is the importance or the purpose of the cooperative principle? I'm just asking this. What is the purpose of these principles?
The purpose is to govern the.
Why it is so important? Why we are studying these principles? Any other student? My first student.
Can you just repeat the question?
Uh, what is the purpose of these principles of cooperatives and why we are studying these principles? What it gives? Means what is the importance of these principles? You can say importance, you can say purpose.
To make each member knows their right and how they'll help the community.
Okay. Usman, I think it is now it is clear to you. All these principles are just guidelines by which cooperative work or put their values into your practices. That's why we are studying these principles as a guidelines. I think now it is clear and time is running. We should wrap up. Anything that you want to share?
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. So we will meet in the next class.
Yeah.
Okay. I am expecting that there will be more students. Okay. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Have a nice day.